A couple weeks back, we were looking at escape from death. I want to continue to work on that technique tonight. We looked at the initial part of the technique last time. Today we're going to look at an alternate ending. Now, this isn't the ending that we teach, but I want to look at it because it's a more traditional ending to the technique, and I want to see what lessons we can pull out of it and help you better understand what's going on here. Okay, so let's start with a quick review of what we went over last time. So as he's coming in to apply this choke, if he gets his elbow around front, I'm basically done for. So as he starts applying it, I want to step sideways, and I want to turn and duck my chin in, kind of crunch up so that, go ahead and apply the grab, so that I'm preventing him from getting his arm around my neck or throat. Okay? All right, again, so he applies the grab, I'm turning. Notice that I'm prioritizing this movement over the grab. So as he comes to grab, I can try to get my other hand up in between here, reach up and grab his, but I want to step sideways because if I worry about that grab, go ahead and apply it a little bit faster now. If my first priority is trying to catch his arm, I'm never going to be able to accomplish that, and now I'm not going to be able to step to the side. So as he goes to grab, I'm going to step sideways to negate his ability to apply the choke. Now that only buys me a fraction of a second or so. Grab this arm, fuse my elbow to my body, elbow, hammer, and then elbow. That was the version that we looked at last time. What we're going to do now is we're going to delete that second elbow. So we're going to do an elbow, hammer, and then I'm going to sort of cat around behind as I back fist, and I can start applying a little leg lock, a little leg chinat to turn him. Double hammers to the kidney and groin. Grab the nose and use basically the defense that we've learned in our headlock defense. Okay, using a little chinat to snap his head back, and I'm finishing with a palm. So we're starting off with our chokehold, elbow, hammer. Now we're going to drop into our headlock defense where I'm locking the leg, double hammers, grab, and palm. Okay, that ending should look familiar. Let's have you guys work on it, then we're going to come back and discuss it a little bit. So now we have the basic sequence. I have these two here to help out, and let's look at what's going on. Let's look at the good and the bad, because depending on how you use this technique, there's some things that you want to avoid. Okay, so ideal phase. He reaches around to start applying the choke. She steps, drops her height, tilts slightly forward. Elbow, hammer. So now she's in a position where she's starting to soften him up, and she could easily move out from behind this grab. See, that should be objective number one. Don't stay in a position where your opponent can continue to struggle and try to fight to apply that chokehold. Try to get out from behind that grab as soon as possible. Okay, so let's continue though with the ideal phase. So elbow, hammer, and now she drops her leg behind, and she does her back fist, and now she's going to release. So you can see if he's still got some fight left in him, she's in a compromised position now. So that's the bad. That's what you want to watch out for. You want to make sure you're controlling this arm sufficiently. Okay. So what's the good? What have we learned from this technique? To really understand that, let's go back to what he's probably trying to apply in the first place, which, go ahead, start applying the choke. He's trying to get this elbow around in front and cut off blood flow. And so now she can't perform the base technique, can she? It's just not gonna work. But she can apply the ending. Remember what I said before, the ending is our basic headlock defense. So now what she's gonna do is reach up, and she's gonna take her left foot and drop behind, pulling him forward, keeping her, trying to hook her arms in and pry as much space as she can. And now what's she dealing with? A headlock, isn't she? So when she was up here, come back up for a second, when she was up in this position, she's now contending with a blood choke. When she gets her arms in there, when she gets her fingers in there, drops her height around, now she's primarily contending with an air choke. Now she's not going to let go with both hands at this point. She's going to keep this hand here to try to secure his grab as much as possible while she starts applying maybe a couple of elbows to really start softening him up. And then we move into our ending. She could try to apply that back fist or just reach right up around behind, grab the nose, and then disengage his grab. So what did we learn? Well, ideal phase of the technique again. If everything is going right, Priority number one is what? Get out from behind that grab. So just demonstrate that one more time. And there's another ending here, but she could just simply pivot around behind, lift that arm up, and now she's in a technique basically that we call crossing talon. Okay? If things don't go so right, now you have another option. So that ending to the technique provides an option for the what if phase. Not so much the ideal phase. The ideal phase, you're putting yourself in a little bit of a compromised position. So be aware of that. There is some value in this ending. Just make sure you know when to use it appropriately. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, you can go ahead and watch that now. Or if you'd like, you could check out one of the other videos that we've released. And if you want to stay informed and up to date as we release future videos, I encourage you to click here to subscribe to our channel. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.